Have you ever felt like you're running on fumes? No matter how much you do, it's never enough. And yet you can't stop doing. That, my friend, is what mom life burnout looks like. And if you've been there or you're there right now, you are not alone. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the signs of what mom life burnout actually looks like, why burnout happens for moms, and my personal reflection on my own burnout and what the truth is. So stick around to learn the truth about mom life burnout.
Welcome to Imperfect Momming. Our children are constantly looking to us for examples. The term role model doesn't quite cut it here. We are shaping their worldview with every move we make. You see, it's not in the lectures we give or moments where we're actively attempting to teach them. It's in the micro movements we make, the unconscious ways in which we navigate life. We are constantly teaching our children how to show up for themselves, their friends, their future partners, and even their future children. So what can we do to ensure we are raising thoughtful, compassionate, self-aware human beings? We have to become them ourselves. No one is perfect, but we can all still be better, and it starts with self-healing. Let's get to it.
Welcome back to Imperfect Momming. If you have been with me for a while, you may have noticed that I've missed a couple of weeks of episodes, and you might hear a little difference in my voice. And I had COVID a couple of weeks ago, and the first place that gets hit when I get sick is my voice. And the last place to return is, again, my voice. So finally, sort of back to normal, and I wanted to get this episode out. I was talking to a new client last week, and when we were talking, we recognized that she's in mom life burnout. And I don't know about you, but I haven't really heard a lot of people talking about burnout when it comes to motherhood. So if nobody's talking about it, we may not know that we're experiencing it, that we're in it, or what signs to be looking out for. So that's why I wanted to record this episode for you today. What are some of the signs of burnout in motherhood? Honestly, I think we're all in it. A lot of us are anyway. Constant exhaustion, even after a good night's sleep, snapping at our kids or even your partner over the little things, and even some of the not so little things, feeling numb, like maybe you're just going through the motion. You're not really getting to experience the joy of motherhood. Remember joy? Remember fun? Remember peace? Those are things that we have kind of decided we don't get while our kids are in this stage or that stage. But the truth is, we can have those things at any point in our life. You may have a never ending mental to do list that never seems to lighten. And this is a big one: resentment towards the people that you love the most. So I'd love to hear if you are resonating. How many of those do you have? And if you say all of them, I guarantee you, you're not alone. Why does burnout happen for moms? Well, first, it's not just moms. It's people who are living a life that's not in alignment with the things that bring them joy. That could be a whole nother topic. I'll just say that. I think as we go through life, there have been some well meaning adults who have told us to get a good job, to go to college, to put aside our passion because our passion isn't going to pay us. I think when we were kids, a lot of us had dreams of being a singer, of being a writer, of being an artist. And again, a well meaning adult came along and said, that's cool if you want to do those things. It's nice that you enjoy that, but that's not going to pay you. So go to college, get a degree, go become a lawyer, a doctor, or something else that pays a lot of money and focus on that. Go get a good government job. And I think we've kind of seen how that's played out. So that's the whole other topic that I could spend another podcast on. But specifically inside motherhood, burnout happens because of the invisible load that we're carrying: schedules, meals, school forms, emotions, relationships. These are things that we deal with as humans, but then we are also in charge of raising little humans. I was Honestly, I was talking with ChatGPT today about all of the things that I said yes to this month. And they're all things that I actually happen to want to do and enjoy and think will be fun. And I almost kind of forgot about, you know, the family, the to-do list, the business, the chores. And so I really had a deep conversation with ChatGPT about, like, how can I take everything that I've said yes to that I want to do this month and integrate it into my already decently busy schedule? That we also have a pressure to be the good mom who does it all. If you're like me, you grow up watching your mom do it all, right? The cooking, the cleaning, going to work, raising the kid. It's a lot for any one person to do by themselves. There's a real lack of self-care out there. I think we've all heard it. I know I've talked about it on this podcast. Self-care isn't something that we really truly prioritize. We all know that we're supposed to do it. We're not all doing it. And I'm included in sometimes forgetting the self-care. Again, I think that I have previous podcast episodes that I've talked about the importance of self-care, and it's important to prioritize it. And when we're not prioritizing self-care, we're giving from an empty cup. And when the cup is empty, then really all you have to give is emptiness. So making that self-care a priority is a priority. I think also guilt is a big factor in burnout. We carry a lot of guilt for asking people for help and also saying no. Like I said yes to a bunch of things that I actually want to do and is exciting to do. And because I made those commitments, I need to make an adjustment in other areas. Maybe this month I'll ask for a little more help around the house. Maybe this month I will watch a little less TV. It's going to depend on what every day looks like. But I think what we forget to do is when we say yes to something, we need to say no to something else. There's not very many people out there that don't have an already full schedule. So remember when you're saying yes to something that you are saying no to something else, and you may have to rearrange something else that you've previously said yes to. I know my biggest moment of mom burnout was around the time that I was going through my divorce. This is 12 some years ago now, but there was a lot that had to go into getting out of that burnout for me. Number one, I had to recognize that I was in the burnout. Number two, I had to ask for help. And number three, I had to reframe a lot of the ways that I was holding on to my new normal. And that was another way that I asked for help, by getting a coach who helped me through a lot of the reframe and a lot of the inner healing that I needed to do in order to not carry around the baggage that I've picked up along the way. I think that's another key factor in healing the burnout, is releasing a lot of what we've been carrying around, some of us 30 plus years, some of us 50 years. It just depends on how long you've been alive. Take your age, subtract 3, and that's about how much baggage that you've got carrying around. A lot of us start carrying around a lot of baggage from age 7 and before. So without having gone through a healing journey, you've got baggage you're carrying around. And it's a great time to start putting that down. I want you to know that the truth about burnout is that burnout is not a weakness. It doesn't mean you are weak. It doesn't mean you're failing. It means that your body, mind, and spirit are waving a red flag that something has to change. So if there's anything that I've shared with you today that has you nodding your head thinking, that's me, I want to invite you to a mom life reset call. This is a one-on-one conversation where we'll look at what's draining you right now, what support you actually need, and simple shifts to bring you back to your energy and peace. You don't have to keep running on empty. Let's reset together. You can book your call at 𝐒𝐿isialyons.com/align. Burnout doesn't have to be the story of your motherhood. You deserve to find peace, joy, and connection, not just survival. And it all starts with a reset. So we'll have another episode of Imperfect Momming for you all coming next week. And until we meet again, keep healing. Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to Imperfect Momming. It's time for us to step up and realize that our power is not in trying to shape our children. Our power lies in shaping ourselves into the people we want our children to model themselves after. Don't just do it for your kids. Do it for yourself. When you become a more self-aware, compassionate, and confident person, you and everyone around you benefit. For more information about me and my work, visit 𝐒𝐿isialyons.com. That's 𝐒𝐿isialyons.com. And until we meet again, keep healing.